Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two teams on opposite ends of the Sunshine State. The Jags and Dolphins are underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. Dancing away at the 30. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now the rookie from Arizona State, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Let's go.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He goes underneath to Drake. And now running right through it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long, it's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at the 20. There's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. Looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. First foray into the red zone for Miami. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Tannehill hands to Drake. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. He couldn't hook up with Amendola there.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
To throw, it's Bortles. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Left side caught by Diggs. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing now is Bortles. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Well, very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good. that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field.
And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Bortles on the give to Fournette. Space to maneuver at the 40. That good for 22 and a first down.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Now Leonard Fournette, and he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Shotgun now for Bortles. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And the Jaguars send out their punter. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And here's a very low line drive. Almost whiffed on it. And out come the Dolphins now. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
And it really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out. Now Tannehill. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A Dolphin first down as Tannehill is on target to the former Patriot Danny Amendola. Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. On first down, Drake. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
On second down, here's Tannehill. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Drake off the give from Tannehill. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. A quick throw, but incomplete. He was looking that time for Stills, and it's 3rd and short.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Now a handoff for Drake. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Now Bortles throwing on second down. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 27. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Sunday, 372.
On second down, here's Bortles. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
Here we go. Sunday. Bunch right.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And he's got it up and through. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The drive will commence with a run by Malage. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. To throw is Tannehill. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On third and short, Drake. They find some open field here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Draw play. Tannehill gives to Drake. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards. Tannehill on first down. His throw at about the 5. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are in for 6. And he puts it through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Bortles now to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 23. Whoa, shifty.
Whoa.
And that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Here's Bortles to throw.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on third down, Bortles. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Jags grab it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's Tannehill. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Parker. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Tannehill with a hook up to Parker for the Dolphin first. On the give, this is Drake. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Go! Go, go!
They stay on the ground with Drake. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Barry Church, the strong safety, the one to get him down.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going.
And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Miles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, spread left. Spread left. Omaha.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Stephon Anthony. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Green 80. Green 80.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 30-yard line. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. His throw caught right around the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Now Bortles. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones.
go. Got 20. Go, chip left, chip left.
From his goal line here, Tannehill going deep here for Stills. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Tight right.
Running, it's Drake. And an alley to run. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Right back to Drake. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Elsewhere, they have gone to the 3rd quarter now in Dallas. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Room to run inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. Bortles now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
380.
A handoff to Fournette. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Gave a glimpse of his power that time. And then brought down at the 30. Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
11.
Bortles. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They go play action here on 1st down. Being chased out, and now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Right, tight right. Deuce.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And a loose football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief, because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Shotgun now for Bortles. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now Bortles. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season, and the Jags are an extra point away from taking the lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. So now here come the Dolphins. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run with Drake. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it As I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. This is taken at the 10. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Completes it to Moncrief, left side. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Fournette, a first down carry. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Mika Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama. On second down, here's Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Let's go. Hank.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on now is the kicker, Josh Lambo. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And Lambo will put this one through, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Tannehill now
Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, 20, 20, 20, 20.
He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Parker. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back to throw. And an alley to run.
And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
He's back to throw. And Stills over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Tannehill finding Stills, and it's a Dolphin first down. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
Get set.
Back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it's looking like the Jags are going to win this football game. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Fournette. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Jags, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.